Okay, on today's video we're going to go over some more stain matching. This one's unusual. We have a cherry drawer box. This is out of our showroom. It's just some of the cherry we did. It's, I think, got a super light distress pin line glaze on it. We're going to match that on birch and poplar. I know we can get it on birch. The poplar is going to be hard because it's so green. But I've already got a recipe in my brain and I wrote it down, so I think let's do it to it. Get it going. We're gonna start with two different cups because we're gonna be adjusting them as we go. And I know I had two burn umbers. I should actually check my notes before I do that. Let's see here. I gotta look a thing up real quick, sorry, but because I have the original cherry and we'll start there. Since we have it, we might as well give it a go. So we are going to have 3 burn umbers, 3 gilsonites. We're just going to make 2 of the same batches, so 1 for our poplar and 1 for our birch. Nice. Go over to our gilsonite. Throw in 3 of those. And now 2 whites. We're gonna need that white. We're gonna be trying to kill that green color that's gonna come out in that poplar. So we'll figure that out together. All right, there's 1 batch. That is for our poplar. And now we're gonna do the same thing, but for our birch cup, labeled birch, so we can keep it all separated. Throw in some burn umbers again. And our gilsonites. This one's unusual. I don't know that anybody's ever asked me to do this. To match a cherry color on birch and poplar. Pretty unusual. And I think I'm just making this stain for a customer so they can take it and do their thing, but I'm going to try to make it so, you know, your average guy can take the stain I give you and get a pretty close match. It's not easy. Because if I can reproduce it in here, I have all the fancy stuff and everything I could possibly need. But if you're doing it in the field, I will literally like write instructions for the guys on like how long to let it set, different types of things. Let's grab some stir sticks and stir this noise up. And now we can see what our color looks like on both species. Then we can make an adjustment, and since they're both the same, I can dip out of the same cup for our number 1 spot. After this, things gonna change, so. And the thing with this poplar is it's gonna really change when we clear coat it, I imagine. Probably more than the birch. But let's see, maybe we'll get lucky. So yeah, this has got a really yellow background, undertone, if you will. So if those were going right next to each other in my house, I would probably not like that. So we have a lot of yellow in this. And there's a couple approaches, but if it was me and I was doing it, I would bleach it with wood bleach, because I think I've mentioned if I can turn it white, I can make it any color, but I don't think these people are gonna want to be doing that. So Let's see how close we are on our birch. Yeah, see, we're not even really that close with the birch. So we're gonna add some red to that. Not a lot. Actually, I think we're gonna go brown sienna because it's a oranger, kind of orange red. And we're gonna do that on both of them. And then we're probably gonna veer at the end to find out which one we like the most. So we got our 3 BUs, 3 gills, and we got 2 whites. All right, so I'm going to add about, we're gonna go small, and we're gonna add 0.25 of brown sienna to both of these. All right, let's run them back here and hook it up. All right, so we got our number ones. We're gonna add our 0.25 BS to both of them. Our brown siennas. And I don't know that we're gonna be able to nail this one, but I think we can get pretty close. And a lot of that is because that display has been chilling up in the showroom for 5 years, maybe more, something like that. So it's got some natural age on it, and the sun comes in and hits a lot of that. Well, some of it, I think. So point is, we got some age on that cherry, and we're gonna have to, we don't want to get into tinting the clear coats or anything, because again, this has some person just has to be able to do this to their cabinets at their house. And I don't know if they ran out of birch and then they just decided to do the, I don't know. It's very unusual to mix birch and poplar in the same room on the same cabinets, but that's what's happening. All right, I'll take you over here. We need to grab, hey, there's one. Get us a little brush. Now let's see what kind of change we got out of that, and if it's anything we want to keep. Some of these, they might take me the whole board. Usually I can get in about 3 tries. This one we could run up into 6. We might hit 7. It's hard to say. These are not easy to do, and you can't really tell, but with a piece of cherry, it oxidizes. The tannins in the wood come to the top. It's really hard to match. I've done experiments with cherry where I just sat a piece of, I had them both clear coated, 2 pieces of cherry, sat them out in the sun for a week, brought them in every night. I just let them hang out there in the daytime. And one of them was papered off. Well, half of the board was papered off, half wasn't. Just to see what that would do. And the change was dramatic, like night and day. So, and the reason I did that is I was struggling back then to match cherry. And I was just trying to figure out what I was up against. So, and a lot of it is just that the oils and whatnot coming to the surface. Cherry seems to do it way more than anything else. I would say in, I don't know, 6 months after you got your cherry cabinets, they're going to be probably a couple tones darker than what you started with. Not even necessarily darker, they become more rich. If you, it'd be the best way to explain it. They kind of richen up because all the, you know, oils and everything coming to the top. It looks awesome, but man, if you're a finish guy trying to match somebody's old random cherry out of their house, it can be a struggle. I've got some good tricks for it now, but I'll tell you, yeah, I'm not liking any of that so far. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it needs to be way more orange, but like kind of a more burnt umber look to it. I think we're gonna do that. We're gonna add 2 more burnt umbers and another 0.50 of brown sienna. So let's get that cooking. All right, we're gonna do it to both of them again, just so we can, I might end up being able to use one and just kind of get away with it, because it's, I don't know what this job is. I don't know if it's somebody that has 2 doors they need to match or what it is, but I'm gonna get with the big wigs and see how precise we need to be on this and how much time they want me to put into it. And I have a whole bunch of other matches coming up as well. I'll show you. Get you in on that. What did we say? 0.50, I think. We'll go with that. Sounds right. Oh, a little heavy. Can't win them all. But the other ones I have are also fairly challenging. One of them I'm matching off of a picture, which I can do it. Done it several times. I prefer to have the real thing, but for what this is, you're really more trying to just capture the whole flavor of the distressing and the glaze and all that kind of stuff. It's natural. So I'm going to take some brand new wood and make it look old as I can. Let me see, I could probably show you a picture of it. I got one here. Let's see. So this right here is what I'm going to be matching. I'm going to be doing that on knotty alder. And that's a huge factor in being able to get these colors and tones, is using the correct wood to begin with. If you see something like that and build it out of just birch or maple, it's never going to look cool. Well, it might, but not that version of cool. So, all right, we got these going. Let's see if we can, I think I want to let them set on there pretty good this time. And we're going to keep doing this to both containers, because at some point, we're definitely going to veer off. You can see just how yellow and not pretty poplar is. But I wish I could bleach it. If we would bleach it, we could nail it. But most people don't like working with that stuff. It's super strong. It's not like the bleach you use on your clothes. It's like a bubbling cauldron of, I don't know, hotness. It'll burn your skin if you get it on you. So we'll let those marinate. Let's see what else we got cooking here. This is the Rooter sample again. You guys I think I've showed it to you in just about every video and still haven't done it, but we're getting there. It's coming along. I just got to actually take this color here, which we ended up using a previous color I had for the base tone. And I'll walk you through how we do a glaze like that. It's kind of hard to see it, but it has, a little fake grain type thing, whatever you want to call it going on. I don't even really know what you would call that kind of glaze. It's where you do it with a brush. There's a gazillion ways to do glaze, and there's a whole bunch of different types of glazes and finishes that we do all the time. It's never boring in here. I'm always like learning new things and like doing experiments and just trying to get better at my job. So, okay, I'm looking. I'm kind of liking. Let's see here. And see, our original piece over here has a glaze on it, which also richens it up. If you glaze over a clear coat like the sealer, it's going to just give you a much richer look. And I would say this has it, I think, When we were pen lining back in those days, we would go ahead and glaze the whole thing so we didn't have to try to wipe it off at the corners if we accidentally got it on it. I think it's just easier if you're going to do that, do a quick light glaze over the face of it, clean wipe it, go back, run your pen line, and then it'll all blend together really good. So, all right, well, we're going to seal this junk up tomorrow, see what it looks like. Well, I think for today, we're wrapping her up. I'm going to do the one I showed you guys with the picture. I'm going to do it on this alder here. And I'm going to lay down some different paint colors and we're going to sand through them and just try to achieve that effect. We'll end up putting probably Van Dyke brown glaze over the top of it. It'll highlight any imperfections, which we want like a light distress on it. We'll beat it up a little bit. I'll show you how I do that too. I lost my favorite distressing tool, but I'll get by. But here now you can see the big tone difference. We got a lot of green and yellow. Wait till I seal it. I'm not doing that tonight because everybody's done. But tomorrow when I do, I'll bring you guys back in and we'll start maybe whip out a part 2. And I'll keep you posted. Knuckles out.